All right. Hello, everybody. Oh my god, how y'all doing? Oh my god, well, a lot of people are here right at the beginning. Hello, Matt, James, Dexter, Eternal Magician, Apparition, Beatrice, Chichan, OA, JM Trad, Antra, and Vince. Oh my god. Woo! Last time, wow, this is gonna be unlike any other episode before. Oh my god. Alright, so we were introduced to Willard H. Wright and his partner Leon. Not Lion, but Leon. And basically, it's going to be a fun, like a little buddy detective sort of Holmes and Watson thing, but I don't think he's fully... I hope he has a plan for Bernkastel, because he's got to realize that something is up with this whole situation. Like, she literally trapped him in this world that seems to be holding together by a thread. Like, basically, she cut off the chapel. Like, I honestly think there's going to be some, like, spatial stability problems. Yes, Apparition. Fellow 90s kid noticed. Awesome. Jeez. And, seriously, it's just, whatever Bernkastel did, along with Festering to create this world, I honestly think we're going to be in for some really weird shit going on. But, right now, basically, Will just got, the go-ahead to speak to Kinzo, who is apparently alive in this timeline. Or else, you know, how else would the detective be able to talk to Kinzo? So he's going to go there with Leon. And is Will sexy or no? I think he is. He's semi. Ji-chan. Hi, jeez. Oh, about the umbrella, because I just associate that whole umbrella thing with Beatrice, and that just shocked me that Leon would have such a connection with Beatrice, and it just seems like something that oh, hello Romsh, by the way, like that just seemed to connect them right away with Beatrice. It's like, besides just like, although they look way more like Jessica, I think that they also look a bit like Beatrice, and I think they act a bit like a kind of PG-rated Beatrice with pinching friggin' Will's ass. And like their umbrella thing, like when are umbrellas mentioned except for the scene in episode 1 where where Beatrice gave an umbrella to Maria, and that was the start of the whole mystery, really. That was like the very first thing where you knew something was up. It's like, so it looked to me at least that Ryukishi was connecting Leon to Beatrice in some way, and that just really shocked me. Alright. With that said, let's get back into it. I brought Willard-san. Oof. Kinzo and Genji could be seen in the VIP room. Kinzo was sitting back in a chair, his eyes closed as though in a troubled sleep.
Oyakata-sama.
Damn it, I just realized that's basically the voice I gave Genji. God damn it. Master.
お客様がお見えになりました。
The guest has come to see you. Kinzo slowly opened his eyes. Hello, Nagels. Welcome to the stream. Those eyes were red from crying. They regained their focus and slowly fell on Will.
私が Ushiromiya Kinzo である。
I am Ushiromiya Kinzo.
Will.
Well,
ウィラードだ。
I'm Willard.
お悔やみ申し上げる。
Allow me to express my condolences.
ベアトリーチェの葬儀に訪ねてくるとは。
So you came here to attend Beatrice's funeral?
そなたは何者なのか。
Just who are you?
誰でもない。誰とも関係ない。
I'm no one. I have no connections with anyone.
深く考えるな。
Don't think too deeply about it. You'll get a friggin' headache.
頭痛になら。
Oh, there we go. You'll just get a headache.
もう少し言葉遣いにご注意をお願いいたします。
Damn, Leon. I swear they have a crush on him. I fucking swear. I ask that you choose your words a little more carefully.
おかしな客人だ。
What a strange guest.
それで
So,
この私に何用か。
what business do you have with me?
ベアトリーチェのことを聞きたい。
I want to ask about Beatrice.
何？
What? Kinzo's gaze grew sharp. Leon felt a bit lightheaded and wondered why this guy had to be so direct.
聞いてどうする。
Why do you ask?
お前は誰でもないのである。
You're no one, aren't you?
ベアトリーチェのことを知ってどうするという。
Why do you want to know about Beatrice?
何の意味があるというのか。
What is your purpose?
俺が誰でもないからこそ。
Because I'm no one.
お前の物語を公正に聞き、残すことができる。
I can listen to your tale impartially and record it.
お前はじきにこの世を去るだろう。
You'll probably leave this world before too long. Damn, Will. Cold. I mean, not like a serious crush on him, just like a little crush. Just based on looks mostly. Hello, Titus. Welcome to the stream.
その時、ベアトリーチェのことを何も語らずに死んだなら、
If you die without telling anyone anything about Beatrice,
お前の子供たちは彼らが好き勝手に考えた物語でベアトリーチェを修飾し、記録に残す。
your children will adorn Beatrice with whatever tale they please, writing that into their memories.
面白い若造だ。
You entertain me, boy!
お前は遺言屋を気取ろうというわけか。
Do you plan on writing my will for me? Your name is Will, after all.
だが、それは余計なお世話というものよ。
But that is none of your business!
ベアトリーチェは私だけのベアトリーチェだ。
Beatrice is mine alone!
我が何を語ろうとも。
Well, it's grammatically correct. Well, it's, I've looked it up before in the dictionary. No matter what other people say,
私とあれの物語は誰にも怪我せん。
no one can defile our tale. What they say is of no consequence.
クラウスたちがどう曲解しようとも痛くも痒くもないわ。
No matter how Krauss and the others misconstrue it, it will be neither painful nor vexing to me.
ウィラード様、
Willard sama.
親方様は遺言を好まれます。
The master is not fond of wills.
生きているうちより何事かを投げ出すお方ではございません。
He is not one to abandon anything while he still lives.
だろう
Probably true.
な。らしからぬこととは思っていた。
I thought it sounded a bit unlike you. God damn it.
誠意ある限りあがいてこそ人間であろうが。
You're right. You're right, Vince. This is the very first time that this is the very first time we speak with the real Kinzo. You're right, like not somebody's delusion or their fantasy of him. I just realized I gave freaking Genji and Will basically the same voice, and now they're in the same room. God damn it. The ability to struggle on as long as we have life is what makes us human.
それを早々に諦め遺言に残そうという浅ましさなど少子千万。
You think I would give up so soon and leave behind a will? How laughably absurd!
確かにその方がお前らしい。
Yes, that does sound a bit more like you.
死ぬかもしれないから過去語りを記せと言い出すのは確かにお前の柄じゃねえ。
It's not your style to ask someone to write about the past, just because you think your death is drawing near.
当主様がベアトリーチェ様のことを深く愛しておられたことは存じ上げております。
We knew how deeply you love Beatrice, Sama.
私たちにとって当主様は最大の尊敬の対象であるとともに生きるすべての模範です。
You are the model most worthy of respect that any of us know, and an example for us to follow in every aspect of our lives.
どうか迷える私たちのために
Please, guide our wandering souls, and tell us just how much you loved her, grandfather.
いかにしておじい様が彼女を愛し抜いたか、愛ゆえに生き抜いたか、
How you were able to live through everything you faced because of her love.
その愛の強さを私たちにお導きくださるようお願いすることはできないでしょうか。
I only ask for you to guide us by showing that's love's strength.
なかなか達者だ。
You're pretty good at this.
あなたが言葉を選ばないからです。
It's your fault for being so tactless.
若ず、
Boy!
お前はベアトリーチェの何を知っているというのか。
What do you know of Beatrice?
真に無知なる者は関心さえ持たぬ。
A truly ignorant person wouldn't even be interested in learning more.
ベアトリーチェの名を知っている時点で無知なる者ではなく縁なき者でもない。
The mere fact that you know Beatrice's name shows that you are neither ignorant nor unconnected.
道理だな。
Good point.
俺が知っているベアトリーチェは
The Beatrice that I know of.
お前がかつてロッケン島に屋敷を設ける以前に出会った最愛の女だ。
Is the woman you loved, the one you met before the mansion on Rokkenjima was even built.
しかしおそらくは死別して娘を残した。
However, she probably departed from this world, leaving behind a daughter. Now, that daughter, she was probably, I can imagine, oh yeah, since I was told that a lot is going to be revealed soon, I think that, so one theory I had about, oh hello April, and Guppy Force, welcome to, and Zia-san. Welcome to the stream. And, so, basically, the young Beatrice we knew from, Rose's flashback is apparently not the first Beatrice, but rather the daughter of, the original Beatrice that that Kinzo knew. So probably what happened is that he fell in love with her, but she must have already had a daughter. And, basically Kinzo fell in love with her and brought her to Rokkenjima, but she must have died. And then the daughter was the one that, and for some reason they were both named Beatrice. Maybe she was just born around the time Kinzo got to know the original Beatrice. So, did he keep the daughter locked up as some kind of twisted way of remembering the original? That is not very nice. In the least, I would say. Jesus Christ. That, like, that is just extremely twisted. I can't eat, like... And then she died. Because she was leaving with Rosa. She died in a complete accident. So I wonder... jeez. So... But why would... Did... Damn it, this is confusing. Maybe she died before, and like she left the baby Beatrice to Kinzo. And, basically what happened, I think, is that he, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get my thoughts straight. He, took that Beatrice and raised her in Coadorian. Because of the whole, family things, he had to marry the grandmother of everyone, who is like a literal non-entity in this entire story. And, he raised her in that mansion. He must have named her Beatrice. Maybe he's like, she died in childbirth? Maybe? The original Beatrice? Huh. I do wonder. Anyway, let's get back to the story. However, she probably departed from this world, leaving behind a daughter.
それがクアドリアンで育てられていた娘だ。
And that's the girl who was raised in Coadorian. Oh!
ウィラード様、
Willard Sama?
当ロッケン島にはクアドリアンなる建物は存在いたしません。
Damn it, I just realized I gave Will the same voice as Genji. Fuck. There is no building known as Coadorian on Rokkenjima.
そのクアドリアンという名前
That name, Coadorian.
さっきローザおばさんと話した時にも口にしていました
You mentioned it when we were talking with Aunt Rosa, too.
それは一体何なんですか
What in the world does it mean?
察しはついてるはずだ。
You should have an idea by now.
愛人の娘を囲うロッケン島の森の奥深くにある隠し屋敷の名だ。
Hello, Vids. Welcome to the stream. It's the name of the hidden mansion deep in the forest where his mistress's daughter lived.
面白い。
Interesting.
クアドリアンの名を知ろうとはな。
So you actually know the name of Coadorian.
続けよ。お前に興味が出たぞ。
Continue. You have sparked my interest. Kinzo shrugged and grinned.
クアドリアンにいたのはベアトリーチェの娘だ。
Right. I said Vince, I know. So, yeah. I do wonder, was the daughter... So, maybe Kinzo fell in love with the original Beatrice while she was pregnant. And she died in childbirth. And he named the daughter Beatrice as well. And if she grew up to be just like her mother, then, oh God, where did the child come from? Oh God, Kinzo. Oh wow, he is a monster. If what I'm thinking is true. Oh my God. Did he do something to the girl that he fucking raised? What a thing to do to freaking the daughter of the woman that he loved, if that's true. Oh my God. That is like the ultimate betrayal. How could he live with himself? Jesus Christ. If that's true. If what I'm thinking is true. Seriously. Like, that would be the ultimate betrayal from the perspective of the original Beatrice that he loved. To do that to her daughter? My God. How could anyone fall in love with a guy who would do that? Jesus Christ. I wonder if she even loved him back. Anyway, let me get back to the story. The one living in Koidorian was probably Beatrice's daughter.
だが、少なくともお前はそうは思っていなかった。
However, it seems that you, at least, didn't think of her that way.
ならば何だと思っていたというのか。
Then how did I think of her?
後ろ宮ローザはクアドリアンにて多少の身の上話を交わしている。
When Ushiromiya Rosa went to Koidorian, Beatrice told her a little about herself.
その中でベアトリーチェはお前のことを指して金蔵と呼んでいる。
In that conversation, she referred to you as Kinzo.
これはお前を前にしても同じだ。
It was the same when she spoke to you directly.
彼女はお前を父と思っていると言ったにもかかわらず、
Though-
父とは呼んでいなかった。
Jeez. Though she said she thought of you as a father, she didn't call you father.
呼ばなかったのか、呼ぶことは許されなかったのか。
She either chose not to call you that, or she wasn't allowed to call you that.
それが意味することは一つしかない。
That can only mean one thing. Oh God, jeez. Kinzo, you were supposed to be her adoptive father. Jesus Christ, man. Why are you such a sick fuck? God. How could anyone even think of doing what he did? And what might that be?
生まれ変わりだ。
Reincarnation.
お前は娘を忘れがたみだとは思わなかった。
You didn't think of your daughter as a child Beatrice left behind.
死んだベアトリーチェが新しい体で蘇ったと信じたんだ。
You believed that the dead Beatrice had revived into a new body.
源氏、
Genji,
あんたはかつて夏日たちの前で
once in the past, you spoke in front of Natsuhi and several other family members,
金蔵とベアトリーチェに子供はいなかったと証言したことがあるな。
stating that there had never been a child between Kinzo and Beatrice.
記憶にございませんが。
Damn, like Genji. Jeez. I have no memory of saying this. I'll try to make his voice a bit different. of course, this game's Genji probably wouldn't remember that. However, near the end of the first game, when the survivors had all gathered in Kinzo's study, Genji was asked whether Kinzo and Beatrice ever had a child together. And he denied it, saying, "I have not heard of anything like that."
聞いたことがないか。ある意味で金蔵の腹心らしい模範的な返答と言える。
That may have been a lie, but in a way it was a model answer for one of Kinzo's confidants.
何しろ金蔵にとってその娘は生まれ変わりであって
After all, in Kinzo's eyes, she wasn't a daughter,
娘ではないんだ。
but Beatrice reborn. But what about when she was like a little baby and shit? Like, ugh. Like, seriously, there's no way she looked like her when she was just a little child. Like, what the fuck, man? Jesus Christ. Like, she didn't just pop out like that. What kind of... Oh my god. For someone who says how much he loves Beatrice, this is like the most terrible betrayal one could possibly do. My god.
ウィル
Oh my god, she probably left that baby with Kinzo. I don't know, maybe the father died or something? Or like, just, something happened to her and like, I don't know, jeez. Will.
何の話か分かりませんが当主様への冒涜は許しません
I don't know what you're talking about, but I will not let you slander the family head.
冒涜じゃね
This isn't slander,
え推理
it's reasoning.
だだが心は理解する
However, I understand the heart.
ベアトリーチェはお前にとって最愛の女だった
In your eyes, Beatrice was the woman you loved most.
信念色あせることなく永遠に
Well, yeah, he freaking... I don't want to mention it. I was trying to avoid mentioning that, Rompt, but he freaking did stuff with a minor. Like, besides the fact that he betrayed... Oh, I wasn't talking about adultery, Rompt. I was talking about that she probably entrusted her with her child. She probably entrusted Kinzo with her child, and he did that to her. That's what I mean by betrayal, not adultery. Like, she betrayed the trust that she probably put in him to raise her daughter. And he went and did stuff to her. That's what I was talking about. I'm sorry for, I guess I was being a bit too vague, is what I was thinking about. She remained that way even after death for all eternity. And without fading in the slightest, I doubt you thought of her as Beatrice reborn at the moment of her birth.
だが美しい金髪に青い瞳を持ちその面影を幼くして持ち合わせていたその娘に
However, it wouldn't be strange if you slowly began to wonder whether that child,
お前は次第に生まれ変わりではないかと信じるようになったとした
whose blue eyes and beautiful blonde hair reminded you of a younger Beatrice,
それはおかしいことじゃね
might actually be Beatrice reborn.
親方様
Master,
よろしいのですか
shall I? Shall I drag this rude child out? Genji asked Kinzo. For a while, Kinzo hung his head in silence, as though remembering something from his own past. What I mean by betrayal is he was entrusted to raise the child of the woman he loved, and he went and did stuff to her so that she would have a child of her own. That is wrong on so many levels. I don't know how he can say he loves Beatrice and then to do that to her daughter. That is utterly monstrous. How can he live with himself? For a while, Kinzo hung his head in silence, as though remembering something from his own past.
娘は美しく育ち、生き写しになった。
Your daughter grew to be beautiful, nearly identical to her mother.
お前は狂気したろうな。
You must have been ecstatic.
だが、それでお前が全て満たされていたかは怪しい。
However, I doubt you'd be completely satisfied by that alone. I'm looking at what Matt wrote in the chat here about Kinzo, saying something interesting in episode 2. I don't know who's Kinzo said that. Oh, I'm sorry, Ji-chan. This is what Kinzo said in episode 2. I'm just gonna read it out because Matt put it in the chat. You are beloved, yearn for. Oh, if I was mistaken, if you would just smile, I wouldn't need anything else. I made a mistake. I made a mistake about that. I did something that cannot be taken back. In atonement, I offer all that remains of my life. In order to apologize to you, in order to atone for my crimes, I offered everything. Please, even if it is as I die. Oh God, Jesus Christ. At least he realizes what he did was wrong, even though that in no way makes up for it. In any way at all. Jesus Christ. After all, though she was Beatrice reborn to you, she didn't think of herself that way. How can you know that? Whenever she was called Beatrice, she got this feeling she couldn't shake away. A feeling like something was out of place. People never feel anything out of place about the name they're given at the time of their birth. However, she did have that feeling. That must mean she was aware that the name Beatrice wasn't hers. In Koidorian, she asked both Kinzo and Rosa about who she was. Who am I? Everyone calls me Beatrice. And that does indeed seem to be the name of a great witch, as you say. But that isn't me. I could not use any magic. I simply have the soul of that witch sealed inside my body. Jesus Christ. Her memory would have returned eventually. Oh God, this is like a super messed up version of episode 6. Right here. Oh God. She must truly have been Beatrice reborn. Her memory was coming back bit by bit. My magical ceremonies were helping her regain her memories one little bit at a time. Oh, Vince, that is very interesting. I wonder if she gave birth to the Beatrice we know as a child, shortly before that accident. Is the stream hiccuping for you guys? Oh no. Oh god. Oh no, how is it now? Is it okay now? Or is it still happening? God damn it, YouTube. Yeah, it says YouTube users will experience buffering. Oh, god damn it. Son of a bitch, jeez.
上層のベアトリーチェはそれを指して死んで逃れた魔女の魂を逃さず肉の体に捕らえて閉じ込めたと。
The high-level Beatrice talked about this. By metaphor, she said that Kinzo refused to let the witch's soul escape, even after death.
そして記憶も力も封じられていると例えた。
And instead, caught it and locked it up in a body of flesh. She also said that her power and memory had been sealed.
その解釈もこの推理なら筋が通る。
If you match that interpretation of hers to this theory, it may all make sense.
ウィラード様、
Willard-sama.
親方様は偉大なる魔法の儀式により亡きベアトリーチェ様の生まれ変わりの赤子を得たのでございます。
It's good now, thank you guys. Thanks to powerful magical ceremonies, the master gained a reborn child of the dead Beatrice-sama. Really? I don't think ceremonies brought the child.
それを否定することはできません。
That cannot be denied.
コウノトリを否定はしねえ。
I won't deny the stork.
そして金蔵がどれだけベアトリーチェという女を深く愛していたかも疑う気はねえ。
And I don't intend to doubt the depths of Kinzo's love for this woman called Beatrice.
忘れがためにどういう愛情を注ぐかは人の勝手だ。
How a man shows his affection for a child who's the only living reminder of her mother is no one's business. Well, Will, I think that if it goes into abuse and serious crime, I think it becomes other people's business, actually.
育つほどに似ていくその姿に金蔵が愛ゆえに特別な感情を持ったとしても
If she grew to look more and more like Beatrice, and Kinzo's love gave rise to a new, special emotion,
俺はそれを人間らしい感情だと思うぜ。
I find that a very human reaction.
お前に我が愛が理解できるというのか。
You think you can understand my love?
理解する資格はねえ。
I'm not qualified to understand it.
だが否定する資格もねえ。
However, I'm also not qualified to deny it.
ベアトリーチェ、
Oh, Beatrice!
私を許してくれ。
Please, forgive me! Yeah, I think, yeah. Will is trying to be diplomatic, yeah, yeah, that makes sense right now. Kinzo sobbed quietly for a while, wiping away his tears. Because of his love, he believed that she was Beatrice reborn, and raised her that way. However, somewhere in his heart, he might have felt pangs of conscience, telling him that he might be forcing his emotions on someone who wasn't really Beatrice. Then the Beatrice of Kudorian had an unexpected guest, Rosa. That woman simply couldn't believe that she was the Beatrice Kinzo desired. She couldn't stand the fact that she didn't understand who she was, and she wanted to escape to the outside world. Then she fell from the cliff and died.
源氏は表に出せぬその死を内々で処理した。
Right, by the way, have a good time at work. Genji handled that death, which couldn't become public knowledge, very quietly.
葬式ってのは死者のためにやるんじゃねえ。
Funerals aren't for the dead.
生きてる人間が死んだ人間への未練を断ち切るために行うもんだ。
They exist so that those who are alive can sever their ties with the dead.
それができなかった。
You could never do that.
だからただれたんだ。
That's why it festered within you.
ベアトリーチェ。
Kinzo, what possessed you to do this? Seriously, Kinzo. You betrayed the original Beatrice and you destroyed someone's life. Of her daughter, too, who you should have loved as a daughter, as a reminder of the one that you had a romantic relationship with. Seriously, Kinzo. What the actual fuck? Jesus Christ. Beatrice! Ugh!
おじい様。
Grandfather.
あんたは愛人の娘。
You lost your mistress's daughter.
いや、トリーチェを2度失った。
No, you lost Beatrice twice.
その悲しみを表に出すことができず、胸の奥に押し込む。
Unable to let that sorrow show in the outside, you kept it locked up in your heart.
それがやがてただれて狂気に変わった。
And it eventually festered and turned into madness. I think he already had a screw loose before. My god. Seriously, to lock the second Beatrice up in there and do what he did to her?
それが晩年まで異常なまでのオカルト趣味に続いた。
That's what spurred on your abnormally strong interest in the occult in your later years. Beatrice! Beatrice!
なぜ
Why?
なぜに二度までも私の前から去るのか。
The stream is hiccuping again? Oh no, I'm sorry you guys. Oh, YouTube is being kind of mean. Why did you leave me twice?
お前の微笑みを、その美しい髪を、瞳を、私は二度も抱きしめながら、なぜに二度も死すのか。
Your smile, that beautiful hair, those eyes. Why did you die in my arms not once but twice? Oh my god, jeez. Oh god, YouTube is fucking it up. Oh jeez. Hello Zekuto, welcome to the stream. Oh god, YouTube, seriously? Wow. Wow, YouTube. Really gonna do me like this? Seriously.
それほどまでにそれほどまでに私をおお
Is that how much? How much you? Ah! By now, Kinzo wasn't even trying to suppress his sobs. He sometimes scratched at his head in anguish, sometimes faced the heavens like an opera singer. Kinzo yelled over and over again, repeating Beatrice's name. At that moment, there was a quiet sound of a door closing. When they turned around, she was already there. Kumasawa had appeared.
そこまでをご存知でしたら
If they already know that much,
もうすべてをお話ししてもよろしいのではありませんか
perhaps we can tell them the rest.
そこまでを知るなら
Though if they know that much,
これ以上何も語ることなどないとも思うが
I don't believe there's anything more to tell.
いいえ語るべきでございます
No, we should tell them.
私は女として
As a woman,
クワドリアンのベアトリーチェ様のお心を誰かに伝えねばと思ってまいりました
I've always thought that the heart of Quadorian's Beatrice is a story that should be told.
そしてその資格を持つ人間が現れました
And now someone who has appeared who is worthy to hear it.
今こそすべてを包み隠さずお話しすべき時かと存じます
Hello, Armora. Welcome to the stream. I believe now is the time to tell all, without holding back.
熊沢さんは知っているのですか
Kumasawa-san, do you know something
ベアトリーチェのことを
about Beatrice?
知ってるだろ
Of course she does.
第4のゲームの時連絡船の船長は熊沢がクワドリアンに出入りしていたことを証言している
In the fourth game, we have testimony from the ferry boat captain saying that Kumasawa went in and out of Kuwadorian.
おそらく熊沢は屋敷とクワドリアンの双方で異なる勤務シフトを持っていたに違いない
I'd be willing to bet that Kumasawa had different work shifts at the mansion and Kuwadorian. So wait a minute. Is he talking about the future stuff with Angie? How on earth would you explain that in the whole forgery situation then? That's gotta be stuff that wasn't in the forgery, but just seen as magic. Seen through magical means. Which makes sense because he is a magical guy. Because Battler didn't even see that section of what happened with the future Angie, obviously. Because then he would have known that Gretel was Angie. Interesting. How did... Huh. I'm just trying to think that through, like... Huh. See. But that's impossible that Angie's future adventures were part of the forgery, because there's no way that that's possible, because Angie had friggin' flashbacks to being on the boat and everything. It's like, it felt like she was friggin' brought back in time and everything. And she had known what happened. And plus, if that was yeah, Burn showed in the fragments itself, like, so Will has more perspective than anyone. Yeah, if he's been shown from Feathering's point of view. Exactly, Armor. There's no way Angie was part of the forgery, except the Gretel Angie that was on the game board. Or in the meta world. There's no way that Feathering's human counterpart could have known Angie in real life, or like stuff like Maria's diary, which she went into pretty extensively. Like, there's literally no way she could have known about that. And plus, that would mean she was literally predicting the future. Yeah, Matt, but she died on the game board past version. That was the Gretel Angie who died on the game board. That wasn't stuff that happened in the future. That was stuff that happened in 1986. Matt. Oh no, I don't think the time travel is unrealistic, given you know, other series that's related. Yeah, absolutely not. I'm just saying, if you're trying for a non-magical explanation. Yeah, Feather definitely magic. She's probably the most magic out of anybody, I think. There was a young girl to be taking immense value.
さようでございます。
That is correct. Well, Matt, I doubt that's true, because Angie talked with freaking Okanogi. Yeah, Angie talked with Okanogi. About jumping off the skyscraper. And that how she survived and everything.
乳母であったとおっしゃっていただいてもよろしいかと思います。
You might even call me her wet nurse.
そんな
No way.
信じられない。
I can't believe it.
本当にウィルさんの話は本当なんですか？
So, everything Wilson is saying is the truth.
はい、
Yes,
事実でございます。
it is a fact.
ベアトリーチェ様のために島の反対側に建てられた秘密の屋敷。
A secret mansion was constructed on the opposite side of the island for Beatrice-sama.
クワドリアンの存在は真実でございます。
Quadorian's existence is truth.
金蔵が正妻といつ結婚したかは知らねえが、
I don't know when Kinzo married his official wife.
当時すでに莫大な財産を持ち、ロッケン島を丸ごと買い取った金蔵は、
But at that time, he already had an enormous store of wealth, and had bought Rokkenjima whole. It's back? Okay. What was skipped? Can you guys tell me what was skipped? Oh god, YouTube. Why is YouTube fucking up after being good for so long? Can you tell me what was skipped? I just want to know where we were up to. Is this the screen or? Oh god, it's still lagging. It jumped after Kumasawa talking about Kodorin. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. It seems fun. A secret mansion on the opposite side of the island for Beatrice-sama. Kodorian's existence is truth. I don't know when Kinzo married his official wife, but at that time he already had an enormous store of wealth and had bought Rokkenjima whole. He then built 2 mansions and set up 2 separate lives. Kinzo's children had also been aware of Kinzo's clandestine eccentricities at the time. It probably hadn't been easy to maintain 2 separate lives. Moreover, Kinzo's wife had been suspicious and had sniffed around all the time.
親方様はお時間の許す限りクアドリアンへ通われました。
The master stayed in Koudorian as much as time allowed.
時にはご出張と偽られ、何日も滞在され。
He would sometimes pretend to go on a business trip and stay there for several days.
ベアトリーチェ様との生活を大切になさいました。
Treasuring the time he spent with Beatrice-sama.
それは親子としての関係だけでなく、
It was not a father-daughter relationship. Okay, Vince. Have a good time. I hope you do well in your exam.
亡きベアトリーチェ様への深い愛を垣間見れる。
Oh boy.
温まるものでございましたと。
You could sometimes catch a glimpse of his great love for the dead Beatrice-sama. And it was a heartwarming thing. Well, yeah, that love is very heartwarming, but... Oh, God.
それは亡きベアトリーチェの代用品として扱ったこともあった
The way you say it makes it sound like you sometimes treated her
と言っているようにも聞こえるな
as a substitute for the dead Beatrice.
おや、そう聞こえたなら申し訳ございません。
If it sounded that way, my apologies.
ベアトリーチェ様は父からの愛は一心に受けられていたでしょう。
Beatrice-sama probably accepted her father's love.
しかし時に
However, I will not deny.
ご自身に理解できぬ愛を強いられていたことは否定できません。
Oh God, Kumasawa, I hope you're not implying what I... Oh my God. I will not deny that she was sometimes forced to bear a love she didn't understand. Kumasawa's tone made it sound as though she was scolding Kinzo. She should be scolding Kinzo. I think they're about the same age. As a mother who had raised many kids, Kumasawa had probably spotted that Kinzo's love was sometimes misplaced. However, The more she grew to look like her mother, the more distorted and twisted Kinzo's heart became. Oh God. Ugh. Because of his deep love, it grew very, very twisted. Yeah, twisted is a freaking understatement. Seriously, God. Twisted is a huge understatement. Considering what he did.
なじれ我が友よ
Yes, she is. You are right to scold me, my friend.
分かっておる
I understand.
我が愛は永遠に不滅
My love is eternal and undying.
なれどそれが間違った相手に注がれたことがあったの
However, I must acknowledge
私は認めねばならぬ
that I poured that affection onto the wrong person.
おじい様
Grandfather.
そんなまさか
Wait, you don't mean... I'm afraid he does, Leon. Oh, God.
リオン様
Leon-sama.
世の中のすべての人間には必ず何かの縁がございます。
Always some sort of tie.
その縁が人に絡みつき引き寄せるのでございます。
Those ties wrap themselves around people and bring them together.
そんな
No way.
おじい様
Grandfather. Leon, you're doing my no way thing, eh? Oh, God, but seriously, Leon. Your knees must be shaking. Oh, my God. Seriously. Just as Kinzo had done, Leon also wiped away tears and stared down at the floor. Apparently, the truth had been too much of a shock for the young successor to handle.
親方様、
Master,
もう語る時ではございませんか。
the time to speak has arrived, has it not?
そうか
I see.
その時が来たか我が友よ
So the time has come, my friend.
あんたが語らなきゃ
Unless you tell us,
何も真実は明らかにならない。
none of the truth will become clear.
親方様
Master,
もはや知る権利と資格があるかと思います
hello, Bats. Welcome. I believe they may have the qualifications and the right to know.
分かっている
I know!
今日という私の気まぐれな葬儀に天のベアトリーチェが贖罪の機会を与えたのだろう
Perhaps on this day of my fickle funeral, Beatrice in heaven has given me a chance to atone.
今日まで話さなかったことを許せ
Forgive me for not telling you this before now. After taking a deep breath, Kinzo finally lowered the hands that had been covering his face and looked at Will and Leon with those red eyes.
おじい様
Grandfather,
リオンも聞け
you listen too, Leon.
客人
Guest.
ウィラードと言ったか
Willard, was it?
あ
Yeah.
この私が自らの口より真実を話せるうちにこの機会を設けてくれたことを感謝する
I thank you for giving me a chance to speak of the truth while I am still able.
お前はきっとベアトリーチェより使わされた天の使いに違いない
Not exactly by Beatrice, Kinzo. He is a messenger and he is from heaven, but he was not sent by Beatrice. You must surely be a messenger from heaven sent by Beatrice.
感謝する。
You have my gratitude.
その機会を設けたのはベアトリーチェじゃね
Exactly. Beatrice isn't the one you have to thank.
え。どこぞの魔女だ。
It was just a witch. Well, another witch.
いや、どっちも魔女に違いね。
Mom, you think this is the Middle Ages? Oh, God. Well, I guess they're both witches.
お前が誰でもよい。
I do not care who it was.
私に機会を与えた。
I have been given a chance.
それで十分だ。
That is enough.
感謝するぞ、ウィラードとやら。
Thank you, Willard. Kinzo slowly stood up and held out his right hand. He was offering to shake hands. It must have been Kinzo's way of expressing his gratitude. Will responded. Then the two hands gripped each other tightly in silence. When they did, a bright light poured out from the gap between the two hands. Will felt as though something the size of a grain had buried itself into his palm. It was the power that Bernkastel had given to him. The light grew brighter and brighter. However, it seemed that Kinzo and the others couldn't see it.
今こそ語ろう。
Now I will speak.
私がベアトリーチェに
I met Beatrice.
ベアトリーチェ・カスティリオーニに出会ったのは終戦間際。
My God. Damn. The progenitor Beatrice. Holy shit. That's her full name. I met Beatrice. Beatrice Castiglione. Just before the end of the war.
彼女は海の向こうからやってきた。
She came from across the sea. Here we go. Kinzo flashback. Is he gonna look like Battler? Is he gonna have Battler's voice? Like I said he was going to in episode 1? He's not! Well, it's not the same sprite. Damn. Wow, they made a new sprite for the young Kinzo rather than reusing Battler's. Holy shit, jeez. Huh. He looks kind of like a prisoner or something, or like a low-level worker.
お前は金蔵なのか?
Are you Kinzo?
昔のおじい様です。
It's how grandfather looked in the past.
写真で見たことがあります。
I've seen photos.
これは一体
Just what on earth? Yep, this is magic.
ベルンカステルのくれた感激者の力だ。
It's the theater-going power that Bernkastel gave me.
無理に理解するな。
Don't try to understand.
頭痛になら
I'll just get a headache.
分かってきたな。
Huh, you're getting the hang of this. He does. He looks like a young old battler. Exactly, Bats. At one time, Genji told Battler that he looked like Kinzo in his youth. Sure enough, though the young Kinzo wasn't exactly the same as Battler, they looked very similar. Damn, I thought for sure they were just gonna reuse Battler's sprite with like a new outfit or something. Wow, they really went all out.
改めて名乗ろう。
Allow me to introduce myself again.
私が後宮金蔵である。
I am Ushiromiya Kinzo.
おじい様。
Grandfather. Even the voice seemed to resemble Battler's somehow. Clearly, Battler had inherited Kinzo's blood more thickly than any other.
私は後宮家など継ぎたくはなかった。
I had no desire to succeed the Ushiromiya family headship.
私が当主に選ばれたのは運命のいたずらに過ぎぬのだ。
My being chosen as the head was nothing more than a prank of fate.
関東大震災で主だった者が死に絶え、分家筋のお前が抜擢された。
Oh my god, Andra, he does! He does look like Akihiko! Oh my god, from Persona 3, he really does. In the Great Kanto earthquake, those in charge passed away, and you were selected from the branch families.
そうです。
That's correct.
おじい様は若くとも聡明な方で、当主にふさわしい貫禄を若くしてお持ちの方でしたから。
After all, Grandfather was wise despite his youth, and he already possessed a dignity fitting for the headship.
とんでもない。
Ridiculous.
欲深な長老たちが互いの利益ばかりを主張し合
Those
い、
greedy
新しい
elders
当主を選び出すことさえできなかった。
kept looking out for their own personal interests, and couldn't decide on a new head at all.
まるで沈みゆく船で新しき船長は誰かと議論するような愚かさよ。
It was as foolish as arguing about who the new captain should be on a sinking ship.
だからこそ本家の誰ともしがらみのないお前が突然に抜擢を受けた。
So, since you had no connections with anyone in the main family, you were selected right out of the blue.
すべてはこの足の指のせいだ。
It's all because of my toes.
足の指が一本ずつ足りなかったなら、我が人生は全く異なるものになっていたであろう。
If only I'd had one less toe on each foot, my life may have turned out quite differently. In the Ushiromiya family, polydactyly was seen as a mark of good fortune. After all, many of the great ones in their family history had possessed it.
くだらぬ話よ。
It was all very pathetic.
長老どもはたちの誰も得をしない馬の骨であれば、
The
誰
elders...
でもよかったのだ。
A lot of pauses in your speech, young Kinzo. The elders didn't care whom they dragged in, as long as it wouldn't benefit any one of them particularly.
たまたま分家筋に両足の指が6本ある者がいると耳に入り、
So they just happened to hear that someone in one of the branch families had 6 toes,
それでいいと決まったわけか。
and decided that would do well enough.
そういうことだ。
Precisely.
長老ども、自分たちの操り人形になるなら、次期当主など、
The elders didn't care what sort of novice became the next head,
どこの青二歳でもよかったのだ。
as long as they could make him their puppet.
むしろ、帝王学に無知な人間ほど好ましい。
In fact, the more this person was ignorant of leadership, the better it would be for them.
おじい様。
Grandfather.
リオン、
Leon.
お前は違う。
It is quite different in your
お
case.
前は我が全てを受け継ぐものだ。
You will be the one who inherits everything I have.
お前が生を受けた日より、それは運命づけられていた。
That is the fate you were granted on the day of your birth.
だからこそ、お前に銀の指輪を与え、厳しく育ててきた。
That is why I gave you that silver ring and raised you so strictly.
そなたは私とは違う。
You are quite different from me.
誰にも恥じることのない立派な当主跡継ぎであるぞ。
You are already a splendid successor, of whom no one could be ashamed.
はい。
Yes, sir.
操り人形の当主か。
A puppet for a head.
気楽なものじゃねえだろうな。
I doubt that could have been easy. As he pondered about where to begin, Kinzo laughed bitterly. It would probably bring back painful memories, no matter where he started from.
あれはあまりに長い長い灰色の日々であった。
It lasted for so long, that span of gray days.
それは私には岩に蒸す苔のような気の遠くなるほど長い長い
The dizzying stretch
時
of
間時間
time I spent dead, like moss growing on a rock. I became the rope in the tug of war between the elders, who thought of nothing but their own profit. And I probably could have snapped at any moment. However, people are far more resilient than one would think. Though I spent so many days as though I had been killed, I was not killed. So I was forced to search for death on my own. Before I realized it, I had reached an age of which the young would laugh at me if I tried to call myself young. I know that feeling. That dizzyingly long stretch of gray was left completely empty. It lasted for a few years. In 20 years, a person can be born, find a purpose, and even become their own man with their own place in the world. In short, if one truly becomes a human only when they have become a working adult, then I spent a period of time long enough to create a human, doing nothing but playing the part of those greedy elders' puppet. Ironically, though that time aged my body, it did not age my mind. My mind alone was still as young as it had been during those rich, happy days before it was summoned to Odawara. And yet my body alone grew older and older. Eventually, the vast gap between the two reached almost incomprehensible levels. So I could hardly believe that that worn-out man in the mirror was really me. No, it wasn't really me. The head of the Ushiromiya family was just a name. It had no power. It didn't require that I have any independence. There was no need for me to get involved with anything. I was just a doll sitting there on the doll rack, gathering dust. I remember nothing but lazily reading through Western books I liked, locking myself up inside my own world, doing nothing but playing with roses and drinking terrible drinks. And it lasted for a full 20 years, Jesus Christ. Before I knew it, I suddenly had a wife I did not know. It wasn't any wife I had chosen. It was the daughter of some noble family that the elders had chosen and forced on me for their own reasons. But that did not matter to me. I did not love my wife, but neither did I dislike her. I just didn't care. I fathered a few children, but that wasn't out of love for my wife. They were just born before I knew it. That's all there was to it. None of it mattered. That is horrible. My God. That a child should be born under those circumstances. No, that's not quite right. Everything was decided by someone other than me, and I simply obeyed. That was the job of the Ushiromiya family head.
ああ、このまま自分は静かに殺されるなと、うっ
Yes.
すらと感じていた。
Damn, Kinzo, you take a lot of pauses when you're young. On some level, I did feel as though I was being slowly and quietly killed.
信じられません。
I can't believe it.
強胆なる名君と称えられたおじい様がそのような日々を送っていたなんて。
To think that you, the one who's been praised for being such a bold and wise ruler, live like that for so long.
リオンよ、
Leon,
自ら生きぬ人生ほど希薄で長いものはない。
There is nothing so long and faint as a life you do not live for yourself.
なのに、それはあっという間に過ぎ去るのだ。
And yet, it slides on by in the blink of an eye. That's absolutely true.
心せよ。
Do not forget this. Yep, that is 100% true.
自ら生きる人生。
A life you live for yourself.
生きるってことは意志を持つということだ。
Living means having your own will.
殺された日々だったろうよ。
You were probably dead during that time.
そうだ。
Precisely.
私は生きたかった。
I wanted to live.
いや、死にたかった。
Jesus Christ. No. I wanted to die.
操り人形はどうすれば死ねる？
How can a puppet die? Oh, how can a puppet die?
糸を断ち切ることです。
By cutting the strings.
そうだ。
Correct.
それが死ぬことであり、生きることであり、解放だ。
That would be death. And it would also be life, since it would mean being free. Before I realized it, trouble was brewing in the world. World War II. The Pacific War. Japan had extended their war fronts too far to the east and west, and the tide of war was changing. Thanks to the influence of the elders, I was able to avoid conscription. Of course, this was not out of compassion for me. It was because I was their precious puppet. So the war never really felt that close to me. Damn Kinzo. I don't think he realized that he was even doing the same thing to his children that was done to him. Oh, what a vicious cycle. Oh my god. With the whole controlling their lives and everything. So the war never really felt that close to me. However, when I personally decided to abandon their protection, it was very easy. At that time. The Ushiromiya family had almost completely collapsed. And since the elders had apparently gathered enough of the scraps to last them the rest of their lives, they seemed to care little for what I did, now that they no longer had any use for me. It's like, this is really tragic. He did the exact same thing that the elders did to him. He did the exact same thing to freaking everyone in his family. It seemed like he didn't even realize what he was doing. Huh. So I realized that I had finally found my time to die. One by one, I cut the threads I was hanging from and began to search for a place to end my life.
戦地で死を求めようとしたのか。
So you search for death on the battlefield.
同じ死ぬなら、誰かの役に立つべきと思った。
I thought that if I was going to die anyway, I should try to be of some use to my country.
いや、違うな。
No, that's a lie.
私には自らの命を絶つ気力さえなかったのだろ
I probably just lacked the willpower to end my own life.
う。もっともらしく死ねる理由が戦争だったんだ。
Was a suitable excuse for death.
おじい様は土木建築の知識がありましたので。
I heard that grandfather had knowledge necessary for public works projects and construction.
海軍設営隊にて施設造成などに従事されたと聞いています。
So he was tasked with setting up facilities for the Navy construction team.
とんだ誤算よ。
And what a foolish mistake that was.
何の取り柄もないと言っておけば、 すぐにも死ねる最前線へ送られたものを。
If only I had just said that I had no useful skills. I could have been sent to the dangerous front lines right away.
最前線に行かずに済んだのか。
He probably would have died on like Iwo Jima or something. So you didn't need to go to the front lines.
幸いと喜ぶ仲間もいたよ。
Some of the others were overjoyed at their luck.
私には逆だった。
It was the opposite for me.
戦って死ぬという出来すぎた美酒の焼け酒が欲しかっただけなのだ。
I had only wanted to get drunk on the liquor known as dying for the sake of one's country.
忘れられた島の上空を米軍の編隊は横切っていくだけ。
The US planes did nothing but cut across the skies of that forgotten island.
彼らは私のために爆弾一つどころか鉛玉の一つさえ恵んではくれなかったのだよ。
They didn't even have a bullet to spare for me, much less a bomb.
おじい様はその日々の中でベアトリーチェにお会いになられたのですか？
Is this the time you met Beatrice, grandfather?
そうだ。
Correct.
あれは海からやってきた。
She came to me from the sea.
どこで会った？
Where'd you meet her?
島と言ったが。
You mentioned an island.
ここだよ。
Yep, this island. Oh my god. Is that why he bought this island in particular? Oh my
こ
god.
の島にやってきたのだ。
That's where she arrived.
お前たちはロッケン島で出会っていたというのか。
So you met her here on Rokkenjima.
どういうことですか？
What's going on?
おじい様がロッケン島を買い取るまでは無人島だったと聞いています。
I heard that Rokkenjima was uninhabited until you bought it, grandfather.
この島に日本軍の基地があったなどとは初耳です。
I never knew there was a Japanese military base here. Well, if I remember correctly from episode 1, they were thinking of building one here and probably had some infrastructure there. But then Kinzo bought them out using the gold. I wonder where the gold came from.
そうだな。あんなものは基地とは呼ばぬ。
Yes, you could hardly call that a military base.
ただの岩窟よ。
It was just a cave.
私はその岩窟の番人だったのだ。
I was one of the guards of that cave. Oh my god. Are you serious? Was there actually a secret military base on the island like I fucking said way back at the beginning? Are you fucking serious? 1944. War's almost over. Due to the honorable defeats at Saipan and Guam, Japan's absolute national defense zone strategy was in shambles. Where had the gallantry shown at Pearl Harbor gone? Jeez. Oh my god! That's certainly a sentence that exists. Oh my god, okay. The old attackers were now the ones on the defensive. Okay. Yeah, that's a sentence. At that time, it was said that the last trump card for the Japanese military was a type of manned torpedo known as the Kaiten. It was said that these ultimate weapons, packed with 1.55 tons of explosives, were capable of sinking any kind of warship with a single blast. To strengthen homeland defense. Beginning was in around episode 1. I think I said that around when they were talking about how the island, he bought it from the military. To strengthen homeland defense, the Navy drafted a plan to build a string of hidden bases from I wonder if that's significant. From Hichijo Island to Yokosuka, all to house submarines loaded with Kaiten torpedoes.
八丈島に基地が作られたことは知っていました。
Again, Hachijo. Huh. I knew that there was a Kaiten base constructed on Hachijo Island.
しかしそれがロッケン島にもあったなんて。
But was there actually one on Rokkenjima too?
どこの間抜けがこんな何もない島に作ろうと言い出したやら。
What fool decided it would be a good idea to plant a base on this desolate island?
一区上の壺
To better preserve its secrecy?
バカバカしい。
Ridiculous.
お上の考えることなどわからぬし、私にとってもどうでもいいことだった。
I could never understand what the higher-ups were thinking. And I didn't particularly want to. The Kaiten, which could finish off a large warship with a single strike, truly was an ultimate weapon. It was hoped that the presence of submarines capable of losing these weapons in the waters just off of Japan would allow for a powerful sea ambush as a final line of defense. So to aid in the establishment of a base with absolute secrecy, the uninhabited island Rokkenjima was raised as a possible candidate. An investigation of the island resulted in the discovery of a large cave in the cliffs, and this was apparently deemed to be a suitable location for a submarine base.
お前はその基地の建設に関わったわけか。
So, you were tasked with aiding in the establishment of that base.
建設
Establishment?
岩窟を掘り広げただけを建設と呼ぶならな。
Certainly, if you can call digging out a cave establishment.
しかもその上、基地は未完成のまま放置されたのだから。
Not only that, the base was abandoned before its completion.
どうしてです？
Why? Probably because the war ended.
当時の日本にそいつを詰めるほどの大型潜水艦はもう残っていなかったのよ。
And just because it was 1944, right? So the war ended pretty soon after that. Because at that time, Japan no longer had any submarines large enough to transport a Kaiten torpedo.
滑稽な話だ。
How truly laughable.
潜水艦もないのに、潜水艦基地など今さら必要なものか。
What's the point in having a submarine base if there aren't any submarines left?
役人の無意味な箱物作りは今も昔も変わらぬわ。
I do give up a lot of theories right after. I freaking I swear I haven't played this before. Oh God. Believe me, oh my God. If there's one thing that never changes, it's politicians and their meaningless projects. Higurashi reference. The base on Hachijo Island was outfitted with Kaiten torpedoes and became a base for direct attacks, but Rokkenjima was never supplied with any. Furthermore, the construction was eventually suspended, and a minimum number of men were stationed on the island, waiting for orders from above that never came. Could the fact that it was a hidden base actually have sealed our fate? The higher-ups had already completely forgotten about this useless and pointless cavern. We were nothing more than guards for a mere cave. Yeah, exactly, Armor. That's what I was saying. Hachijo Island. We spent our days farming, fishing, and playing with the dirt, all the while gazing up at the American formations flying past. Some of our group were relieved at the prospects of the war ending before anyone remembered we were here, and before any of us had to face a real battle. Of course, it was the opposite for me. I hoped and hoped for the American troops to advance and kill me as soon as possible. Those days were empty and blank. Let us go back Back to the turning point in my life and my fate. The time that Ushiromiya Kinzo finally became truly alive. Alright, next chapter.
貴様たるんでいるぞ。
Alright, this is like a military voice, so... Let me, I'll just use the Okanogi voice. Step it up!
決戦は間近というのに、そのへっぴり腰は何か。
What are you doing, slacking off when the fighting's so close? Stars seem to spin around inside my head. I could just lie down on the floor, but that'd only make him more angry. I've got no intention of being obedient. Still, it'd be stupid to get myself punched for no reason, so I got up and stood at attention. The fighting's close, isn't it? You really think the American troops are likely to show up on this forgotten island? Then let them come right now. That's what I've been waiting for all this time.
その腐った目つきは何か。
What's this cowardly look you're wearing?
貴様、そんなに死にたくないか。
Is this how afraid you are of death?
そんなに米兵が恐ろしいか。
Are you so scared of those Americans?
そんな気合では撃ち取れんぞ。
You won't be killing any of them with an attitude like that! I got hit again. Could you please quit your whining already? Filthy cowards. They let themselves be controlled by this inexplicable anger because it's the only way to distract themselves from their own fear. Heart and spirit aren't of any use when the battle becomes hopeless. When chaffed by an insurmountable hopelessness, humans tend to rely on several other emotions to escape their fear. Yeah, there's, you guys, there's no way that talk could get anywhere good in the chat, like, yeah. Like, I have my own perspective, you know, because I'm half Jewish, but, you know, everybody's got their own perspectives, and I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with a debate like that. So, yeah, let's just look at Kinzo's story here. For these young, inexperienced soldiers, anger was a very convenient emotion to fall back upon. Anger is the wine they used to paralyze their fear. It made them chant, "Damn the British, damn the Americans," as they swung their bamboo spears around and called it drilling. The more wine you drink, the more you need to drink to get drunk. Their useless anger continued to pile up day after day without pause. I did not fear death, so I had no need of the wine called anger. This made their cowardice all the more apparent to me.
その目つきだ。
What's that look on your face?
後ろ宮、貴様の魂は腐りきっておるわ。
Ushiromiya! You've lost your nerve down to your very soul!
魚だ。
You're a fish, that's what you are!
貴様の目は死んだ魚の目だ。
You've got the eyes of a dead fish! However, it went both ways. Just as I was able to spot their cowardice, they were able to pick up on my lethargy.
Ushiromiya Kinzo はいるか。
Is Ushiromiya Kinzo here?
注意殿がお呼びだ。
The lieutenant's looking for you.
立て。
Stand up!
もたもたするな。
No slouching about!
駆け足。
Double time! Oh my god, this cave. First Lieutenant Yamamoto was the commanding officer in charge of the Rokkenjima garrison. Wasn't this the entrance to the gold area? I could have sworn. He was just another filthy coward trying to forget his fear with violence. I would often reprimand his subordinates for slacking off at the drop of a hat. Whenever he was in a good mood and started spouting off stories of his life, they were all about how much of a thug he had been, ignoring the rules of society. On and on about how so-and-so was a prick, so he taught him a lesson, or how everyone was scared of him that he got special treatment. He kept on talking about what a vile human he was, as though it was a badge of honor. Oh my god, these are the tunnels that we saw in episode 4. Normally, I had nothing to do with this lieutenant who I couldn't respect in any way. He'd always hang around with his non-commissioned subordinates. So as long as I treated him with a snappy salute, I could more or less ignore him for the time being. Now that the construction project on the island had been suspended indefinitely, there's no longer any use for an engineer like me. So why did the lieutenant ask to see me specifically? At that moment, I couldn't think of anything.
Ushiromiya!
Ah, Ushiromiya!
貴様は外国語が堪能であると聞いたが事実であるか?
I hear you're good with foreign languages. That true?
英語と中国語を話せるであります。注意殿。
I am proficient in both English and Chinese, sir.
The lieutenant liked to brag about his education in front of the non-commissioned officers. Sorry. Okanogi always makes me a little scratchy. But he held a bit of a grudge against me for being even more highly educated than him. Since he also felt uncomfortable about having a subordinate who was older than him, I wasn't exactly the type he'd be willing to confide in. Just the fact that I knew several languages must have hurt his pride.
ならばイタリア語はどうか?
What about Italian?
わかりません。
I don't speak that.
では貴様にイタリア人との通訳は務まらんというわけか?
So you wouldn't be much help as an interpreter between me and an Italian person, would you?
英語を喋れる者がいれば可能と思います。
It should be possible if they can speak English well, sir.
なるほど、確かに。
Ah, yes, very true.
貴様外国人と英語で話した経験はあるのか?
Have you ever talked with a foreigner in English?
あります。
I have.
Why on earth would he need an interpreter in a cave on an uninhabited island that even our superiors forgot about? His question made it clear that some guest had arrived on Rokkenjima who would need an interpreter.
よし。
Good.
後ろ宮。貴様を俺の通訳に命ずる。
Ushiromiya, you'll be my interpreter. That's an order.
That evening, I found out exactly what he was talking about. Oh wow, what is this song? This is brand new. The pointless submarine dock in the cavern that had never been used was now being approached slowly by a submarine of the Italian Navy. Of course, I knew that the Italians were our allies. However, this was the first time I'd seen anything from their military with my own eyes.
どうしてイタリア軍が
What was the Italian Navy doing here?
確か1943年にイタリアは降伏しているはずです。
Didn't Italy surrender in 1943?
これはどういうことでしょう
What's going on?
降伏したのはイタリア王国だ。
It was the kingdom of Italy that surrendered.
だが、それを受け入れない者たちは、親独政権 RSI を樹立させ、戦争を続けたのだ。
However, those who couldn't accept that surrender joined Mussolini and formed the RSI, so that they could continue fighting.
RSI?
The RSI?
イタリア社会共和国
The Italian Social Republic,
別名サロ共和国
also known as the Salo Republic.
詳しい。
Republic.
You know your history.
何も知らぬ者は、イタリアは枢軸国の中で1943年にいち早く降伏した腰抜けなどと呼んでいるが、
The ignorant often call the Italians cowards, saying that they surrendered first to the Axis powers in 1943.
それは間違いだ。
That's not true.
イタリア社会共和国軍は 開戦から1945年4月29日まで勇敢に戦ったのだ。
The military of the Italian Social Republic fought bravely from the outbreak of war until April 29th, 1945.
ベルリン降伏はその3日後だ。
And Berlin fell just 3 days after that.
腰抜けどころか大健闘だな。
Far from being cowards, they gave one hell of a fight.
しかし RSI 海軍が日本まで航行できるような潜水艦を持っていたとは驚きだ。
Still, I'm surprised the RSI Navy even had a possession of submarine that could travel all the way to Japan.
そうでなくともはるばる日本までやってきたこと自体が驚きです。
Even if they did, it's a surprise that they'd come out this far at all.
彼らはなぜ日本に
Why would they come to Japan?
ロッケン島に
To Rokkenjima? The submarine was both weather-worn and massive. I doubt anyone had even imagined that a foreign submarine would come all the way out here, when we never even had one of our own submarine stock. All of the guards on Rokkenjima, of which there were only about 30, stood at attention as the submarine docked.
イタリア軍なんて初めて見たぞ。
Oh wow, this is a new one. Wow, this is really well drawn.
Never seen the Italian military before.
なんでも事故か食雷で航行不能になったんだと。
I heard a mine or some accident trashed their sub.
換気装置がやられて塩素ガスが換気できなくなったって聞いたぞ。
From what I heard, it sounded like their ventilator broke down and the cabin got packed with chlorine gas.
中尉殿の話によると何か重要なものを運んでるって話だ。
Was it the gold?
The lieutenant was hinging about there being something very important in there.
暗号変換機か新型エンジンなんかの設計図じゃないのか。
You mean like a code machine or their blueprints for some new kind of engine?
オラ積みに云々より上層部がまだここを覚えててくれたことの方が驚きだぜ。
I couldn't care less what they're carrying. I'm more surprised that the higher-ups still remember we exist.
後ろ宮早く来い。
Hurry up, Ushiromiya!
貴様は通訳だろうが。
How are you supposed to interpret from over there?
はい、注意殿。
Yes, sir.
On top of the hatch was a young Italian saluting us. Normally, this should have been the job of a commissioned officer, but his clothes looked like those of a sailor, and it really didn't look like he had the dignity or composure of a ship's captain. That probably meant that all of the commissioned officers in charge had died in the accident that had befallen this sub. Crew members crawled out of the hatch one by one, but they all looked pale and entirely worn out. I'm not sure how long ago the accident happened, but being crammed together in a tiny sub filled with chlorine gas for any amount of time can't be good for your health. Not only had the ventilators broken, but traveling about carelessly on the surface of the waters around Japan these days would be foolish in the extreme. It had been like a trip inside of a can of poison gas. Almost all of them were unable to walk without leaning on someone else. It looked like a bunch of people staggering out of a hospital boat.
後ろ宮
Ushiromiya!
艦長は誰か聞け。
Ask him who the captain is!
私がこの島の指揮官であることを説明せよ。
Tell them that I'm in charge of this island!
ようこそ日本へ。
Welcome to Japan.
英語がわかる者。
Do any of you speak English?
The crew members seemed to understand that I was speaking English, but it looked as though none of them could speak it. Eventually, someone who seemed to be dressed as an officer saluted.
ようこそ日本へ。
Welcome to Japan.
艦長でありますか。
Are you the captain?
I can not speak English.
Jeez. I cannot speak English.
Please wait.
Please wait. The officer answered in slow, laborious English. After asking us to wait, he shouted something to his subordinates in rapid Italian. It looked as though he was telling them to get someone among them who could speak English.
後ろ宮何と言っている。
Ushiromiya, what are they talking about?
待てと言っています。
They've asked us to wait.
英語のわかる人間を呼んでいるのかもしれません。
They might be looking for someone there who can speak English.
At that moment, I heard a high-pitched cough. It wasn't a man's cough. It was a woman's. Holy shit. What is she doing on a military submarine? Oh my god, the original Beatrice. Whoa. This is insane that so much came from her. Her appearance was the original. I speak English. As she came down from the hatch.
ようこそ日本へ。
Oh my god. What kind of crazy fate is this? Seriously. Oh, there's lag again? Oh no. There's lag. Oh no, Jesus, you guys. Oh my god. OBS says it's sending kilobytes fine. Kilobytes per second fine. But YouTube is fucking up. Oh no. Fucking hell. What am I supposed to do? Oh, yeah, YouTube is just fucking up. Welcome to Japan. I swear, this seems like some kind of crazy star-crossed fate. Like, how many different versions of these are gonna be in, like, seriously?
Is the captain there?
The captain is dead. That man over there is the only officer left.
My condolences.
何かお手伝いはできますか？
Can we do anything to assist you?
This is just this is so surreal. I'm sorry, I just have to take a moment back. This is so fucking surreal. Like that they're like this is so surreal. Hello Game Boo, welcome to the stream. Like these two together, how many, like this is just some kind of insane repeating fate. Very When They Cry. Like just, oh my god. We'd like some fresh air and water. Some of us are still having trouble breathing. And we'd like a place to rest.
協力しましょ
We would be happy to help.
う。他に英語のわかる人間はいますか？
Do any of the others understand English?
The ones who did are all dead. I'm the only one left.
後宮、女は何を言っている？
Ushiromiya, what's that woman talking about?
艦長は誰だ？さっきの男なのか？
Who's the captain? That man from a second ago?
その女は何者なのか？早く通訳しろ！
Who is that woman? Get translating already, goddammit!
The lieutenant had been yelling like that for a while now. He must have been surprised to see such a beautiful woman appear from a submarine. And more than a little annoyed to see all of her attention focused on me alone. Welcome back, Vince. It was a mark of how divinely beautiful she was.
周囲殿。
Sir,
彼女だけが英語をわかるようです。
it seems that she's the only one who understands English.
彼女が彼らの通訳になります。
She will act as the interpreter.
艦長は死亡。
Their captain is dead.
代表者は先ほどの士官のようです。
That officer seems to be acting in his place.
うるさくあなたに叫んでいる男は何者？
Who's that loud man who keeps yelling at you?
まさかあなたの上司なの？
Don't tell me he's your superior. And she has the same personality, too.
不幸なことに。
Oh my god. Unfortunately, he is.
私が美しいお嬢さんを独り占めしているのが気に入らないんでしょう。
Damn, Kinzo. Putting the moves on her already. Holy shit.
He probably doesn't like seeing me have such a beautiful lady all to myself.
あら、
Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Oh.
東洋人にお世辞をもらえるとは思わなかったわ。
I didn't expect flattery from an Asian.
綺麗な英語ね。
Your English is superb.
あなたは育ちが良さそうだわ。
I imagine you've been brought up very well.
怒鳴ってるみっともない男とは大違い。
Unlike that rude man who keeps shouting.
あなたがここの将校だったらよかったのに。
They should have made you the officer in charge around here.
おや、
Yeah, she's more like the Beatrice we know than the Beatrice. I'll use that voice for her.
Oh?
私も西洋人にお世辞をもらえるとは思いませんでした。
And I never expected flattery from a Westerner.
あなたは面白い人だわ。
Ah, you're an interesting man.
名前は？
What's your name?
Ushiromiya Kinzo です。
Ushiromiya Kinzo.
よろしければお嬢さんの名前もぜひ。
If you don't mind, may I ask for your name as well?
ベアトリーチェ・カスティリオーニ。
Beatrice Castiglione.
ようこそ、ベアトリーチェ。
This is so... Oh my god.
Welcome, Beatrice.
日本へ。
Welcome to Japan. This is just...
They clicked right away. Oh my god. They clicked right away. That was when I first met Beatrice, the woman who would capture my heart for the rest of my life.
ベアトリーチェとはイタリア人だったのですか？
So, Beatrice was an Italian.
そうだ。
Yes!
彼女は RSI 高官の娘だった。
She was the daughter of a high-ranking RSI official.
どうやら彼女の父親こそが一番の積み荷だったらしい。
Apparently their most important cargo was her father himself.
残念ながらロッケン島にたどり着いた時にはもう死んでいた。
Sadly, he had already died by the time he had reached Rokkenjima.
その高官がなぜ日本に？
Why would a high official like that come to Japan?
スエズ運河からインド洋を越えてはるばる日本まで来たというのか？
You're saying he went through the Suez Canal and crossed the Indian Ocean to come all the way here?
確かに
That's a good point.
同盟国としてはドイツの方がはるかに近いはず。
If they wanted to reach one of their allies, Germany should have been much closer.
なぜわざわざ日本までやってきたのでしょう？
So why would they make the long trip to Japan?
途方もない規模の遠大な作戦か何かだったのかもしれん。
It may have been part of some grand, outrageous strategy.
その全容はわからぬ。
I don't know all the details.
その潜水艦がただならぬ任務を帯びていたらしいことは後に理解することとなる。
But shortly after, I learned that this submarine's mission was far from a minor one.
They said that there had been about 60 of them at the time of their departure. However, only about 10 of them, including Beatrice, had survived. Their submarine had apparently hit a mine or something in nearby waters and sustained a great deal of damage. They told us that it had flooded rapidly with water, which had taken out the batteries and released a large amount of chlorine gas. Their sub had become completely incapable of continuing further, nothing but a massive lump of metal floating by the dock. Since the sub seemed to be carrying something of immense value, the higher-ups ordered us to investigate. It must have been the gold. After questioning the Italians, with Beatrice and me acting as double interpreters, we concluded that this thing of immense value must have been her father himself. Okay, so that's what it was. Apparently, Beatrice's father was extremely high up in the RSI hierarchy. I thought it was the gold. That would make a good origin for the gold, but I guess not. And it was thought that he might have worked alongside Mussolini himself. Though their massive voyage had apparently been part of some top-secret mission, now that the man himself and all of the commissioned officers had died, their reason for coming to Japan remained a mystery. And our higher-ups were telling us to investigate, which meant that even they didn't know what it was. Their ship had broken down. Their mission was unknown, and the high official they had been carrying was dead. And even the Japanese government didn't know that they were here, why they were here. The Italians' great and perilous voyage had come to a meaningless and utterly fruitless end. That's a relief.
日本の潮風はてっきり醤油の匂いがすると思ってたわ。
I always assumed the seas of Japan would smell like soy sauce.
お互い様です。
What a coincidence.
イタリア人の髪はパスタでできてるって思ってました。
I've always thought Italians had hair made of pasta.
あら、そうよ。
Of course we do.
アルデンテに仕上げるには茹で加減が難しいの。
You don't know how hard it is to get that perfect al dente texture.
なら日本人はみんなスパゲティネーロだわ。
I imagine you Japanese all wear spaghetti al nero.
よくご存知で。
I see you've done your homework.
日本人はシャンプーの代わりにイカスミを使います。
In Japan we use squid ink instead of shampoo.
金蔵はすごいわ。
You really are amazing, Kinzo.
何でも知っているのね。
It seems you know
イ
everything.
タリアに来たことがあるの？
Have you ever been to Italy?
ありません。
Never.
しかし本はいろいろと読みました。
I have read a lot of books though.
東洋人がイタリアの本を？
An Asian man reading Italian books.
へえ。例えばどんな？
What kinds of books?
ニッコロ・マキャベッリ、
Niccolo Machiavelli
ダンテ・アリギエリ。
and Dante Alighieri.
だからあなたが永遠の淑女であることも存じていますよ。
Damn. Wow. Okay, well, there's Virgilia. Oh, damn. Wow. So I know, of course, that you're the Eternal Lady.
おお、なんてこと。
Oh, what a surprise.
金蔵はとんでもない勉強家だわ。
You must be quite the bookworm.
あなたはひょっとして日本では高貴な家の出身なのでは？
Does this mean you came from some Japanese noble family?
さあどうでしょう。
Who knows?
あなたは他の野蛮そうな日本人とはまるで違うわ。
You're completely different from those other savage-looking Japanese soldiers.
私にはわかるの。
I can tell.
あなたはきっと高貴な家の人間だわ。
You must have come from a noble family.
後ろ宮家は日本の貴族の家柄なの？
Are the Ushiromiyas some sort of Japanese aristocrats? Damn. Yeah, endless. The Eternal Lady. Wow.
とんでもない。
Of course not.
紡績で一山当てただけのただの成金の一族です。
They just managed to strike it rich in the spinning industry in recent generations.
私が勉強していたのは高貴なるものとしてのたしなみではなく、
I didn't study all that as part of some noble's hobby.
何をすることも許されなかったら
I just did it because I wasn't allowed to do anything except read,
本を読むかバラをいじるか
play around with roses,
酒に溺れるかしか
and
や
get
ることが
myself
なかったからですよ。
and get myself drunk.
There had been no trace of malice in Beatrice's words. It had just been a curious question asked to a friend from a faraway country. However, Beatrice was from a noble family herself, so she could tell. She could see the faint, gloomy look on Kinzo's face.
許して金蔵。
Forgive me, Kinzo.
あなたのような高貴な人がどうしてこんなおかしなところで兵卒の身分に甘んじているのか。
I didn't stop to consider why a high-class person like you
深く考えなかったわ。
would choose to take the position of a common soldier.
私の一族などどうでもいいことです。
Hey, don't give a damn about my family line.
死ねば後ろ宮などという姓は何の意味もない。
When I die, the name Ushiromiya will have no hold on me.
そしてそれこそがようやく私を解き放ってくれるのです。
Then I'll finally be free.
金蔵は死にたくて軍隊に？
So you joined the army because you wanted to die.
そんなのダメ。
You mustn't do that.
家族が悲しむわ。
Your family would be so sad.
家族など
Family?
私には誰も。
I have no family.
God damn, Kinzo. How tragic that you ended up the way you did. After all you suffered from your family, you just turn around and do the same thing to your own descendants. I have a wife for the sake of public appearances and children. However, I've never wanted any of them. And everything. Everything is a fleeting daydream created by those selfish, greedy elders. So at least while I'm on this island, I can forget all about all of that, and find some peace. Peace. But haven't I spent each and every day complaining that I wasn't sent to the front and haven't managed to die yet?
私にあなたの苦しみはわからないけれど、私の心ない言葉が傷つけてしまったことはわかるわ。
I can't understand the pain you're going through, but I do realize that my thoughtless words have hurt you.
許して金蔵。
Forgive me, Kinzo. Forgive me, Kinzo. Yes, those words are probably what did it. All of the Japanese called me Ushiromiya. Reminded me that I was the property of the Ushiromiya family every time they talked to me. But she was different. She called me Kinzo. Not Ushiromiya. So maybe, just for the time I chat with her like this, I can forget that cursed family.
金蔵。
Oh! Kinzo. I hadn't meant to make Beatrice feel guilty, but she seems certain that her thoughtless words had hurt me.
ありがとう。
Thank you. Huh?
あなたが私を金蔵と呼んでくれるから、私はやっと自分を取り戻すことができる。
Since you always called me Kinzo, I feel like I'm finally my own man.
私はようやく本当の意味で私を見てくれる人に出会えた気がします。
I think that I finally met a person who truly sees me for who I am.
金蔵。
Kinzo.
あなたはとても遠い異国で出会った外国人だけれど、
You may be a foreigner I met in a distant land,
あなたの心は とても繊細で美しい。
But I can tell that your heart is sensitive and beautiful.
私たちはきっと近所に住んでいたならとても当たり前な友人になっていたわ。
If we'd grown up in the same neighborhood, I'm sure we would have become fast friends.
私も嬉しいのよ。
I'm happy too.
あなたは私のことをベアトリーチェと呼ぶ。
You always call me Beatrice. Oh my god.
「カスティリオーニのご令嬢とは呼ばないわ。
Not the daughter of the Castiglione family. We were both in the same position. Her Castiglione family must have been in a rigid place as well. That we came from different countries, we had finally found something that we both understood.
金蔵は親しい者にはなんて名前で？
Do you have a nickname that the people close to you use?
いえ、
No.
普通に金蔵と呼ばれていました。
They usually just call me Kinzo.
じゃあ、あなたは私をベアトリーチェと呼ぶのを改めるべきだわ。
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well then, you should stop calling me Beatrice.
親しい人間は私のことをビーチェと呼んでいた。
Interesting, a different nickname. All of my close friends used to call me Biche.
あなたもそうしてくれると嬉しいわ。
I'd like you to call me that too.
わかりました。
Very well.
これからは親しみを込めてビーチェとお呼びを。
From this point onwards, allow me to call you Biche, as a sign of our friendship.
ダメダメ。
Oh my god! Seriously, she is so adorable.
Come on.
堅苦しい言葉はダメ。
Don't be all stiff like that.
だって私たちはもう友人なのだから。
We're already friends, okay? A bright smile stretched across Beatrice's face.
あの美少があれから何十年を経ようとも
No matter how many decades pass,
我が記憶より薄れることはない。
that smile will never fade from my memory.
おじい様はベアトリーチェと出会うことで自分を取り戻されたのですね。
So by meeting Beatrice, you managed to regain your sense of self.
平たく言や浮気だな。
Or as most people would put it, he cheated on his wife. Well, Will, like, of all the things Kinzo has done, this is, like, he didn't love her to begin with. It was a forced marriage. I have no idea how that wife felt about it, because she's not even a character in the story. But, like, I think this is, like, one of the few things I can let slide for Kinzo, because it's not like he ever made any kind of, he's not like he ever loved her to begin with. It was a marriage that he was completely forced into.
Will さんは今後も出現を繰り返されるなら、お尻をかばわれる癖をつけることをお勧めします。
If you plan to continue being rude, I suggest you get in the habit of covering your butt.
After having his butt pinched once more, Will hopped around in pathetic agony.
おじい様にとってロッケン島は
So in your eyes, grandfather,
ベアトリーチェと初めて出会われた特別な場所だったのですね。
Rokkenjima was always special because you first met Beatrice here.
Indeed!
私がこの島に来ることがなければ出会うこともなかった奇跡の島なのだ。
If I had never come to this island, I would have never met her. It truly is an island of miracles.
Don't say that, Kinzo. Oh god.
その潜水艦基地の名残とやらは今も残っているのか？
Is there anything left of that submarine base today?
クワドリアンの近くに今も残っている。
Yes, it's still there, near Kuadorian.
外界からは見えぬ入り江の影だ。
It's in the shadows of a cove that can't be seen from the outside.
不吉がって漁師たちも近寄らなかった島だ。
After all, fishermen never approach this supposedly ill-omened island.
私以外に知る者はもはやいるまい。
It's unlikely that anyone besides me still knows of its existence.
クワドリアンと屋敷を結ぶ2キロにも及ぶ地下道はその基地の名残なのか？
Is the 2-kilometer-long underground passage between Kuadorian and the mansion a remnant of that base?
そうだ。
That is correct!
鍾乳洞を改造した広大な地下壕で地下を網羅し。
There was some nonsense about fortifying several locations across the island and connecting them with tunnels carved out of limestone caverns.
島内各地を要塞化するなどという寝言の残骸だ。
I made use of that underground passage and built 2 mansions.
私はその地下道を生かし、島の両端に2つの屋敷を作らせたのだ。
One at each end of the island.
2つの屋敷、2つの家族。
2 mansions, 2 families.
後宮家の屋敷と後宮家から解放された金蔵の屋敷だったのですね。
The Ushiromiya family mansion, and a mansion for the Kinzo released from the shackles of the family.
そうだ。
Correct!
私には必要だったのだ。
It was something I needed.
後宮という呪われた世から逃れるもう一つの場所が。
Another place for me to escape from the cursed name of Ushiromiya.
しかし同情するよ。
Still, I do feel bad for you.
はるばる日本までやってきて任務を成し遂げられなかったとは気の毒の限りだ。
It must have been awful to come all the way out here and be unable to fulfill your mission.
パパの任務が何だったかよくわからないわ。
I don't really know what Papa's plan was.
どこか遠くへ逃げ、大切な日までそれを隠さなければならないと言っていた。
So it was the gold! Probably. Hello, Les Miserables. How are you doing? Oh, hello, Sailor Moon. He said we needed to run far away to hide it until the time came.
それと
And what is it?
わからないわ。
I don't know.
それはとても大切なもので、
It was something very important.
大切な日まで何年も隠しているつもりだったみたい。
And he planned to hide it for many years until the right moment.
いえ、それと一緒に隠れているつもりだったみたい。
That makes a lot of sense. He could tell that the war was not going to end in their favor. Oh, and he planned to hide himself along with it.
私に異国の地で長い時間を過ごすことになるかもしれないと謝っていたから。
I know because he apologized to me for sending us to live a long time on foreign soil. Hello, totally. Welcome to the stream.
アンジェロ少尉は罪には特になく
Let's see. What is my current opinion of Kinzo? Let's see. What he did to his, adopted daughter, I assume, is just unforgivable. She doesn't look pregnant right now, but I don't know. Maybe she got pregnant later. I don't. Obviously she did, but like, who? Maybe one of the soldiers did something to her. Like, I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. Jeez. Maybe wait until after the flashback to ask. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Didn't that second lieutenant of yours say that you had no cargo in particular?
君の父上が輸送すべき要人だったと言っていたが。
And that you were transporting your father instead?
少尉はあなたたちを信用してないわ。
Lieutenant Angelo doesn't trust you or the others.
私でさえ知っていることをいくつも隠してる。
Even I know a few things he's kept hidden from you.
ひょっとすると少尉はパパの目的と積み荷を知っているのかも。
He might even know what Papa's goal was, and what the cargo is.
それが何だったにせよ、それはイタリア軍の任務さ。
Well, obviously she is, because this Beatrice must have gotten pregnant somehow. And the daughter she had was the one that Kinzo kept and did stuff to. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, like, if she wasn't, then... Oh my god, the thought just makes me queasy. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. She's gotta be adoptive. His adoptive daughter. Yeah, definitely. Beatrice Castiglione entrusted the daughter to him. Yeah, that's... Oh, God. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Whatever it is, that's a mission for the Italian military.
俺らには関係ないね。
It has nothing to do with us.
むしろ同盟国なんだ。
After all, we're allies.
頼ってくれればいいのに。
We should be able to trust each other.
金蔵が良い人であることは疑わないわ。
I have no doubts that you're a good person, Kinzo.
This Beatrice is not as perceptive as the one we know.
少尉にもあなたは信頼できる人間だと伝えてるんだけれど。
I even told Lieutenant Angelo that you're a man we can trust, but...
どうして男というのは異教ではむやみやたらと厳格になるの？
Why is it that men always get so rigid and uptight when they're in a strange land?
普段はみんなもっと陽気な人たちばかりなのに。
Normally, they're all very bright and cheery people.
ここへ来てからみんな妙に空気が張り詰めているわ。
Ever since we came here, there's been this strange feeling of tension.
少尉は部下たち全員に常時銃を手放さないように命じてる。
Lieutenant Angelo has ordered his subordinates to be armed at all times.
That's probably because they're guarding the gold, I bet.
まるでここが敵地かのようだわ。
It's almost as though we're in enemy territory.
Exactly, Vince. Yeah. It's very awkward. Yeah, jeez. That was true. The Italians were clearly at the very opposite end of relaxed. The Japanese soldiers, watching this, began to suspect that the Italians didn't really trust them at all.
軍人ならおかしいことじゃないさ。
That's normal for a soldier.
むしろこういう時こそ規律を引き締めて友軍に恥ずかしいところを見せたくないんじゃないか。
This is precisely the time for them to straighten up their guard, so they don't embarrass themselves in front of a friendly army.
就寝時には必ず寝図板を立てるし、
They have a person stand watch every time they sleep.
もう航行できないスクラップ同然の潜水艦に今もあなたたちを近づけないように見張りを立てているわ。
And they're still in keeping a lookout to make sure none of you approach the submarine, even though it's nothing more than an unusable scrap heap now.
私はなんだか日本人を露骨に毛嫌いしているように見えて気持ちが悪い。
It almost feels as though they're clearly prejudiced against the Japanese, and that bothers me. True, they had set up a constant sentry by the submarine, and had refused to let any of the Japanese soldiers come near. This hadn't made the Japanese particularly happy. However, submarines are treated as classified in all countries. Maybe it was just natural for them to stop foreigners from approaching it without reason.
慣れない生活を強いられてみんな気が立ってるんだろう。
They're probably uncomfortable with being made to live in a way they aren't used to.
天候と女将の都合で君たちを本土へ運ぶ船の派遣がまた遅れてる。
The boat that's supposed to take you back to the mainland is still being delayed by weather and problems with the command chain.
君たちをいつ本土へ送ってあげられるやら。
Delayed by weather, huh? Delayed by weather.
Huh. How ironic.
Just how long will it take before they can send you there?
We had been told that a boat was being sent for them directly from the mainland. But apparently, thanks to the weather, problems with the command chain, and the recent air raids, they had no ships they could spare on a forgotten island like this. There may have been political issues as well. After all, the Italians' homeland had already surrendered to the Allies. I didn't know either details. The only thing I knew for sure was that they'd been stuck on Rokkenjima for 2 whole weeks, and no one had come to get them. Of course, we had some small boats on Rokkenjima. There was nothing physically stopping us from taking them to a nearby island. Still, Rokkenjima was technically a top-secret base, and contact with the outside world had been strictly forbidden.
仕方がないし、それも悪くないわ。
Well, there's nothing we can do about it. And it isn't all that bad, really.
だって船が来てしまったら金蔵とはもう会えなくなってしまうんでしょ。
She really does love him, sincerely. How did it all go so wrong? After all, if a boat did come for us, I'd probably never get to see you again. Kinzo.
確かに。
True.
My God. To me, those 2 weeks were the first I'd ever truly lived. Hello, Cone. Welcome to the stream. The faint 20 years before all seemed to vanish in the sparkle of that pair of weeks. I realized that she'd have to leave this place eventually. And yet this single moment felt so rich and dazzling that I felt myself wishing it could last forever. Then I heard a voice calling for Beatrice in Italian.
アンジェロ少尉だよ。
It's Lieutenant Angelo.
君に用事みたいか。
Looks like he wants you for something.
またお小言かしら。
Probably to scold me.
日本人とあまり親しくするなと最近うるさいのよ。
These days he keeps on yapping about how I shouldn't get too friendly with the Japanese soldiers.
The second lieutenant approached, saluting Kinzo. And after glancing at Beatrice, as though asking her to translate something, he began to speak in Italian. Judging by his tone, it sounded like something serious.
少尉はとても重要な話があるからあなたたちの指揮官に合わせてほしいと言ってるわ。
Lieutenant Angelo has something very important to say, so he wants to talk with your commanding officer.
協力を求めたいと言っている。
He wants your help with something.
何のことかわからないわ。
I don't know what.
重要な話。
Something important?
わかった。
Got it.
山本中尉を探そう。
I'll go find Lieutenant Yamamoto.
Lieutenant Angelo had two of his subordinates with him and wore a stern expression on his face. They didn't have to say anything for us to realize that this had to be something very serious. Apparition, do you think this is a good place to take a break? Or should I keep going further? Do you think this is a good place to take a break? You guys, because I just want to know if this is a good point to leave it for next time. This song reminds me of Seconia. Really. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of the songs in Seconia. Okay, you're almost at the end of the chapter? Okay, good, okay.
That's it! Lift it up!
Oh my god, Nagels, it does, because Digimon used Bolero a lot. It does, Nagels. The winch creaked and the thick chains rang out with a dull clang. Very, very slowly, it was lifted up out of the submarine's cargo hold.
Now I get it!
Oh, this isn't Kinzo.
So this is why those Italians didn't want us near the sub.
The first lieutenant and the others looked up at what the winch was slowly lifting up. All of them wearing unpleasant, forced smiles.
Unbelievable.
So this is what Papa brought all this way.
すごい。
Incredible.
こんなの生まれて初めて見た。
I've never seen anything like this.
Yup. It was a mountain of gold ingots. Those carefully piled bars were being slowly lifted out of the cargo hold, one group after another. This gold had been their true cargo. You'd think they'd put it in like freaking cargo boxes to hide it even a little bit. I don't know what they were where they were planning to take it. They might have been trying to sneak it into Japan, one of their allies, or they might have been on their way to hide in some remote area. Was this some sort of strategy? Conspiracy? Embezzlement? Top secret transportation of wealth? This incomprehensible amount of gold led to all sorts of dark suspicions, but we didn't know anything about the truth. All told, the gold weighed an incredible 10 tons. That was the only truth we could wrap our minds around at the moment. They had strongly resisted showing this to us. However, the submarine could no longer make the sea, and it was apparently continuing to take in water bit by bit. Yeah, you're right, Kon. It's literal Nazi gold. Insane. Rokkenjima had been outfitted in an extremely slipshod way, so we had no means of repairing it. Also, though we could unload the sub, there was no way to be able to lift it up again once it had filled with water and sunk to the bottom. Now that transporting the gold away had clearly become an impossible goal, they'd apparently decided on unloading it. Of course, they made no effort to explain the reason behind all this gold. They just asked us to help them take it out.
なぜこんな大量の黄金を国外へ?
Why would they take so much gold out of the country?
これだけあればイタリアの戦局を変えられたかもしれないのに。
Couldn't they have changed the course of the war with this much wealth?
戦局を変えるのは武器。
Weapons change the course of war.
でも戦後は何の役にも立たないわ。
But after the war, they aren't useful for anything.
確かにお金も戦局を変えはするでしょうよ。
Money can also change the course.
戦後にもその価値は
But it remains just as valuable after the war. So her father was trying to cut his losses. He could see that the war was lost. And he was trying to cut his losses. And hide away. I wonder why he didn't go to South America like the other freaking Nazis that escaped. There's no longer any way to change the course of this war. The Axis powers will probably all surrender, leading to an Allied victory. Anyone could tell by simply looking at American planes flying over the sky day after day. However, gold does not lose its value after war. Everyone stared upwards, dumbfounded, as the winch slowly lifted the dully sparking gold. There we go. Oh, you're right. Yeah, the end of the chapter. Oh my gold. God, jeez. Did I really say, oh my gold? Jesus Christ. The witch who came from the sea. Wow, jeez.
注意
Okay, you guys. Oh my god. What a story this is turning out to be. We learned where the gold came from and why it's on Rokkenjima, and who the original Beatrice is. And we learned so much this episode. Incredible. Seriously, you guys. Oh my god. Everything looks about Kinzo's past. Oh my god. We're gonna learn how it got into Kinzo's hands. Afterward. Oh my god. Okay, you guys. Yeah, this is still Umineko, believe it or not, totally. But, you know, look at how, if you've read Higurashi, look at how different Higurashi was in frickin' Matsurebayashi. Like, look how different Matsurebayashi was in the beginning. This is Ryukishi basically putting that big long section in the beginning of Matsurebayashi. Except he was putting it in episode 7 instead of episode 8. Apparently this is what that looks like. Oh my god. I can't believe all the answers we're gonna get. I'm getting pretty tired, and it's also, this looks like a good place to stop, Because it's the chapter break. I'm sorry, Omora. We'll continue next time. Oh my god. I personally cannot wait to see what happens next. How is he going to get the gold for himself? Like, wouldn't it just go to the government or something? But one thing I keep thinking back at is the choice that Kinzo gave to everyone in episode 4. And I think that might have something to do with it. I think Kinzo must have made the second choice. Okay, you guys. Until next time, I will say so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. Thank you for putting up with all the freaking stuttering this episode. I'm so sorry. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.